Good morning, everybody. It's Pastor Brent, and we are thankful that you've given us this opportunity to speak to you this morning. I trust you're having a good day, and I want to thank all of you who have taken the time to view our recent daily updates. Thank you for your comments and kind words and things that you have shared that have helped us know that we're connecting with you, and hopefully it's being a help to you during the difficult times that we're in today. I'm speaking to you from our war room here at Heflin Baptist. It's a room that we've dedicated to prayer, dedicated to communicating and calling on God together. So we have one wall where we list our prayer requests. We have another where we list our praise reports. And it's just a room where I gather with our men on the Lord's Day at 8 o'clock, begin to pray, but even before Sunday school, for the needs that are around us, and just calling on God to meet with us and to change us to be more like Jesus. So we're thankful for this room God has given us, and we are grateful for the ability to communicate with a holy God through prayer. So we're grateful. I recently shared with a friend of mine something that I truly believe, and I wanted to share with you today, and that is this, that I believe that the words that will be spoken by pastors and Christian leaders over the next several weeks could probably, without a doubt, be some of the most important words that have ever been spoken in quite some time, if not our lifetime. And it's not just the words that will speak to the church, but it's words that will speak to the world, because the world is watching. The world is looking, and they're searching for a place that they might find stability and security when the foundations seem to be crumbling around us. Well, you and I, if you're a follower of Jesus Christ, you know this, that our security and our stability is never found in a place. It's not in this room. It's not in any room. It's not in any property or address. Our stability and our security is found in a person, and that person is Jesus Christ. He's the one who gives us stability. So with that being said, I want you to know that as the world is searching, I want to encourage you to be faithful regardless of what's going on around you. David, a king who was a shepherd boy, became a king, but the Bible said he was a man after God's own heart, which literally means that he was a pursuer of the heart of God. Wow. Here's what happened in his life in Psalm chapter 3 when he was probably tempted to retreat in fear. Here's how he responded. He said, Lord, how they have increased who trouble me. Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who say of me, there is no help for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts my head. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Isn't that amazing that not only we can cry, but we have confidence that he hears us? David goes on to say, under the inspiration of the Holy Spirit, he says, I lay down and slept, and I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who've set themselves against me all around. Wow, what a word from King David that can encourage us these centuries later. It's amazing. In the way of things going on here at the church and maybe affecting you and your family, you should have received a call yesterday from our new automated calling system that had an announcement about last night and, of course, this coming Sunday's service schedule. I want to speak to our church family to make sure that you understand that when you receive that call, it will not come up on your phone as a call from the church or even a local call with a 256 area code. Truthfully, it will come up as a call from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and it will be a 405 area code. So it may look like that it's a telemarketer. It may look like somebody's trying to extend your car warranty or something, or sell you something, but it's not. It's a legitimate automated call from our church that will either give you a message if you answer, or if it goes to voicemail, it'll leave the message there for you also. Once you receive this call, I'd encourage you to store that number in your contacts as HBC info line or something of that nature, so that in the future when you receive these calls, you won't be tempted to kind of just bypass it as a telemarketer or something of that nature. So make sure you do that, because we want you to have all the information that we have. So we're using that in addition to our daily video cast here on Facebook, social media. Also, I asked our deacons yesterday evening, we got each of them a copy of an updated zone list, which lists all the families in their zone, and we've asked them to begin to prioritize with our elderly and those who may need assistance or things like that, to call them first, see if there's any needs they have, and then go through their list and just call each family. Take a moment to encourage them and see if there's anything that they're needing that we might be able to help them with. So you should have gotten the automated call yesterday, and you should get a call sometime between now and the weekend from your family deacon. Now, if you're not receiving those calls, if you didn't get the automated call and you don't hear from anybody here in the next few days, I want to encourage you to do one of two things so we can get that straightened out. It could be that your information needs to be updated. You may have a new number that we're not aware of, and it may be that we've just lost some information and we want to get that straightened out. So if that's true, would you do one of two things? Either call our office at 256-463-2576, and we can update your information that way, or you can send an email with your updated information to heflinbaptist@centurytel.net. If you would do that, that would help us so much, because we want to make sure all of you know that you're loved, that you're being prayed for, and that we're going to do whatever it takes to help you with your needs during this difficult time. So make sure you do one of those two things. I do want to ask you too to pray for our church planting partners in Salt Lake City. Most of you are probably aware they sustained a pretty substantial earthquake yesterday. 5.7 was the magnitude. And I spoke with Pastor Derek at Awaken City Church, as you know, is our partner church there in Harriman, Utah. And he shared with me that everyone in the church family is fine. They do have minor injuries in the area, and there is some structural damage throughout the valley. So pray for those first responders, pray for the people that are helping those that are injured, and pray for those Christian leaders in that area, because not only are they dealing with all the hysteria from the coronavirus, they're also dealing with this earthquake that has really rattled that area in more ways than one. So if you would, lift them up before God. And our church family, if you've got their contact information, you should have that. If you don't, go to our website, get that information, send them a word of encouragement, whatever you might can be, a postcard, an email, a text. Let them know that we're lifting them up during this time. Keep in mind, Sunday morning, 10 a.m., we're going to be live in the worship center. I've got a word that I'll be sharing from the Lord. My daughter Caitlin's going to be singing this week, so I want you to pray for her as she sings, and for myself as I share the word. And so in order to know exactly how you tune in, you can also go to the website for that. It's heflinbaptist.net, and there'll be a couple of options to tune in. I know there's Facebook Live, and I believe that Steve's got us set up on YouTube or something like that, but we're working on different avenues. But if you'll go to the website, you'll be able to stay connected through that. I'll also remind you that during this time, ministry needs don't go away. I want to encourage you to remain faithful in your stewardship giving. You do that through the website. There's a tab for online giving. It's secure. If you're not comfortable doing that, you can always mail your tithes and offerings to our church at P.O. Box 116, Heflin 36264. Ministry needs don't go away, but they'll probably increase exponentially in the days ahead. And we want to continue touching lives, and your faithfulness during this time is critical in that. So I've always told you, I learned from Adrian Rogers, God is not in the business of raising funds, but he is in the business of raising his children. And the way he raises us is teaches us our dependence on him. So I want to encourage you to stay faithful during this time so we can continue to touch lives here at home and around the world with the gospel of Jesus Christ. So don't forget those things. I know I've took a little more time than normal, but I hope you understand that I just want to stay connected with you. I just want you to know how much we appreciate you, and I want you to know that I love you, and there ain't a thing you can do about it. God bless you. I hope to see you soon. Take care. And we are praying for God to use you mightily during this time.